All right, I've got the receipts. We went to the Hermes sale, and it was a private sale. This email is from Hermes, and it says, you have been selected to attend the Hermes private sale in Las Vegas. And I said, we're going. So we, what we should have done is booked the first 2 days, but we didn't. All those time slots were taken up by the time we decided to go, but we booked the third day, which was Friday. You had to arrive 30 minutes early. So we booked our slot for Friday. We actually tried to go on a budget because we, I know it's ridiculous when you say budget because you're going to an Hermes sale. So why would you go on a budget? But I wanted to have more money to spend at the store than on hotels and flights. So we stayed at the Fontainebleau, which was nice, and that was comped, and the room was nice. It was a very nice, cozy room. We booked our flights through Delta. I got my flight for like under $200. My husband got his flight for like $300. So we saved there. We brought 2 big suitcases because I know we were only going to be there for a couple of days. It was warm. We didn't need a lot, but we brought our Rimowa suitcases because I said, I think we're going to need room to bring our stuff back. So let's get into the haul. I ended up buying 3 pairs of shoes, and I don't regret it at all. I also purchased a couple of Twillys. So when I looked in some of the older books, like I collect the books here, the Hermes books. Like this here is a spring 2020. I actually went through one of the scarves from spring 2020 was actually in the choice of scarves to get. Scarves were half off. There was also, this one is winter, autumn 2024. So this was, there was these tennis shoes. I didn't buy these tennis shoes, but they're really cute. They were like a denim with little patches on it, but this was there too, and that was half off. So this was from just last year, autumn, winter 2024. Let's see what else is there. Another season was spring, summer 2024, which was last year. And that featured these kind of like, they had scarves like the Twillys that were red, like red squares, and they had all the little things. So it was really, I was like, okay, I didn't buy that. I should have bought one, but I didn't want to overbuy. I really just wanted to buy things that I probably would have bought full price in the store. So see these like little squares, that's what the Twilly was like. There was also, like, I did my research. I was like, when I'm going to this, I want to make sure I'm buying what I want. I kind of picked out things that I wanted. Come on, hello. Okay, these pillows. This pillow was there. This was actually part of the pillows that they had for sale. Where's the blanket? I bought a blanket. And then there was a blanket. I don't see the blanket in here. What else was there? There was so many good things there. I just couldn't believe it. I wanted to stay all day. Oh, this scarf, this beautiful scarf right here was also there. I didn't buy it, but I should have because it was half off. And this is from spring, summer 2022. Yes, I've got books. Okay, so then there's spring, summer 2023. And, oh no, this is some, I just want to put all my lipsticks in a container. Like, I want to organize all my beauty like this because this is so pretty. Look at that. I want to do my lipsticks like that. So that's why I place mark this. Okay, these scarves. These scarves were there. I wish I would have bought them. Summer 2024. So there was like this really pretty, colorful, the squares. And then with the horses, I saw another one. Oh God. Oh, this one right here. So all the scarves, there was a lot of scarves from 2023 spring, summer. And then this is a current book this year. I just got this one. Oh, okay. So these bracelets were there. So the reason why I'm showing you books of what was there is because they wouldn't let us take our camera in. Nope, no cameras. They made us put it in a pouch, and I was fine because you could still make calls, you can text, you just could not record any videos. So I was fine with that. And you know, there were so many people that just were so excited about being there. I've never seen so many happy people in one place at the same time. They were happy at the checkout, they were happy at shopping, they were happy in line. It was just a really good vibe there. So let's get started. I'm going to show you the 2 Twillies that I got. I wasn't going to get these Twillies, but there was a gal in line and she had too many scarves and too many Twillies. And she said, I don't need these. And I said, oh, these are the ones that I was looking at. I wanted these. I wanted these so bad. I didn't want it, but I wanted it because it was half off. It was $125 for this. So this is the Twilly. This is in one of those seasons. This is probably like, I can't remember what I said in the book, but this is one of the Twillies. You can see how beautiful this is. Look at that with all the details. So pretty. This is one that you would place on your purse, or you can wear it in your hair like a headband. You can put it on your neck as a scarf. Make sure I'm not messing up this. Okay. And when they sell this, it actually, they have these little tags on there, and then they mark a little S on the tag. So I'm going to show you. So there's little like S's on here. It's just like gold faint writing, but that means it's a sample. If you resell this, it was sold at half off. So nobody should be reselling these, but this is so gorgeous. Oh, look at, there's a little, oh, so cute. Oh, and hearts. Oh, that's why I like this one, because it has hearts. I love hearts. Anything hearts. So that's why I love this one. And it was like classic, like orange, because when I do get my Birkin, I do plan on putting an orange scarf on there. So this is manifesting what's going to happen. Okay, so I already put in a request for that. So I better get it. Okay. Then I went to this one. This was one that was in the book, a full scarf, but this one is, it doesn't give me numbers like what year, but it's the Rouge Ebony multicolor. So cute. Okay, look at this one. So, oh, this one's like, oh no, it's work. Okay. So this one here is red with like a blue, yellow, like a tan tone. And then it's just lots of little hearts again, and flowers. It has like a little butterfly. And this is just, oh, this is why I loved it. The owl. The owl reminds me of my grandma. So I was like, I have to get it. There's a little snail in this one. It is the cutest. So I was like, okay, we're getting this. Just the colors. So here we go. Here's a bigger example, like a way of the S. You can see how that S is right there. That's the S, that's the sample. So cute. So what I will do is I will most likely, I can tie it onto like my bag. I've got this last year or the year before. And so this can actually go, I mean, you can put it like here and like wrap it around if you want. Like you can do so many things with this. It's so pretty. Okay, let's move on to the next. Okay, don't damage it. So these Twillies were $125. They had a wide selection of Twillies. All the people were going crazy in the Twilly department. I was like, what? And before you left with your scarves, anything silk, you had to put it in a bag. They had to count it and put it in a bag. I don't know why. But I'm just glad that girl gave up her 2, because I was able to get these 2. So this was a find. It was such a find that I couldn't see any more of these. So let me open it up and show you. This is a sneaker femme. It's the rose porcelain size 37 tennis shoe. And with this, okay, so I was in the shoe department for quite a while, like an hour. That's the first place I went. I said, I'm gonna go to the shoes, I'm gonna go to my size area. And then I found these, look at them. They are so beautiful. Look at this. Okay, so these were regular $1,025 and I got them for $512. Who gets that deal? And these are tennis shoes that I will wear. They have this cute little like logo right here, the Hermès stamp. They are like a suede, a really pretty suede. And then you've got the white, kind of like a, you know, sole. And then there's leather here. And then this is the tag that it came. So it's like showed the price. One thing that you had to do was really make sure that your shoes were the right size. The people there, they had people that were like in behind. So they had these big like banquet tables, like that you could, like if you had a meeting, like a banquet table, like the really skinny tables, and they lined them all up like in a big U shape. And there were people behind with a tablecloth underneath, and they were like replenishing shoes. So if you really were nice to them, they would look underneath for your size if you showed them a shoe, because they were really sweet. They actually were so nice and helpful. Where's the size of this? I don't know, but she checked for me. Actually, this is right size. Okay, so that's what I did in store. I was like, I can't see, but such a good deal for half off. These are shoes that I don't know if I would have bought the blush color in store. Well, definitely not full price, but for half off, I will buy it because I can make these work with anything. They're so soft and buttery. Okay, so here's the thing. When you buy a shoe that is a sample sale, this is the S inside. So you can, I don't know if you can see that little S. So that's the S inside. Oh, okay, there's the size. It's 37 and 37. Okay, now I see it. I had to really look, but they are beautiful. And you can see right here, I'm just loving these. And I'm so excited to wear these. Okay, so this pair came with two dust bags. So 2 dust bags came with this. So when I'm traveling, I can put these in the dust bags. I wear tennis shoes like crazy. I never used to wear tennis shoes. And then my husband's like, you should get some tennis shoes. And I had a hard time finding tennis shoes. But then once I went to designer tennis shoes, I was sold. I only want designer tennis shoes now. But these are shoelaces. So an extra pair of shoelaces for these shoes. Let's put these away. So one of the best parts about going to this sale is they did have different seasons. So if there's something that you didn't get, a season that you wanted something and you didn't get it, it's great to go back and get it. I wish I would have bought it, but I didn't buy it because I bought something else. And this is just a great opportunity to get that. So 1 shoe down. Let's go to the next shoe. Let's like build this little thing over here. The next pair of shoes that I got, these are size 36. I will try on a shoe. Okay, so I'm 36, 37 and a half. It just depends on the shoe. And let's open this one up here. Okay, this one was my favorite because, okay, so here we go. Look at this. So cute. Look at this little sole, the little H on here. And it is like a dusty rose color. It's almost like when you put it up here, it's like a darker color. So it can be like a fall color. I didn't look to see exactly what season this was. The shoelaces are this really cool, like nude blush color. I'm so excited. This is a size 36. And then it shows you right here, like the sample, if you can see that. So 36. And then here is the other shoe. I hope it's the same size. 30, yes. Oh wait, shit. Oh, 36, that's 36. Okay, so I was gonna go crazy if it wasn't. Let's double check. They double checked for me, but I should have double checked. Okay, so this shoe right here, this was retail $940, $470. That's what I paid for these tennis shoes. Or my husband paid. They were so cute. Look at these. Okay, so here's the shoe. You can see this way. Look at the H in the back. Look at this. Oh my God, I just love them. So these are size 36. They run big. So I'm glad I went and tried them on. I'm glad I looked in different sections. There's a lot of people just stayed in their section. I was like, no, I'm going 36, 36.5, 37, 37.5. And this was kind of like a find when I walked around and around and around. I had six pairs of shoes in my bag. I had 2 bags with 6 boxes. When I walked around, I would see that like people would leave the shoe and then the salespeople would go over and put them back. So I was just like hawking around like the tables. I wanted to know who's putting shoes back? And so somebody put these back. And I was like, they fit. So there was a pair that didn't fit, but I still wanted them. I'm glad I didn't get them because they would have hurt. But these were such a good deal. The only thing is that these were supposed to come with laces, and I did not get the shoelaces. Somebody took the shoelaces. Whoever, you know, what is that called? Abandoned cart. Whoever abandoned cart with these, they took the shoelaces. So last but not least are these sneakers. These are the women's high sneakers, Daydream calf skin, and they were half off. Okay, so here we go. Let's open this up. I just want you to like see this. Dust bags. Okay. When you look at these, you're gonna be like, what are you doing? But these are cute. These are really cute. They're like these calf skin high top. This size is 37. So 37. I usually am like a 37, so they fit good. And when I saw this, I was like, I have to. They're Kelly. Look at this. It's a Kelly. Look at this little buckle. So cute. And you take, let me see. I'll take this off. Let's go. You're too tight. Okay, there we go. I probably will keep these plastics on because I don't want to take them off. I let them naturally fall off. But look at that. You can loosen up if you need to. This has a really nice little area where the lace will stay up, but it is so beautiful. I'm in love with these. At first, so I gathered like 6 pairs of shoes. My husband's like, are you getting all those? Because 6 pairs was the max of shoes that you can buy. And I said, well, I want to get your opinion on some of these because, you know, sometimes I pick things up and I don't even know if I like it. So, but he was like, I said, I'll wear these. These are like, I'll wear these. But it's like a black hardware on black. Look at this. It's so cute. And these are so comfortable. So I'm really excited I got these. These are calf skin, so they were $16.50, so that's a lot. But let's open up the other. Let's put this right here and open this one. Okay, so here's the other one. I'm so excited. Okay, this one was the right shoe, so it was already like everybody tried it on. So this was already unbuckled. So I knew exactly what it looked like. It looks like a blue, but it's a black. I mean, to get black shoes half off at Hermès is crazy. So these are the right size, right? Yeah, they better be right size 37. And then here's the tag. And let's see if they have that little S in there for the sample. Yep, they have the little S in here. You can barely see it though because it's gold and it's on black. But look at these, so cute. I am in love with these. Like, I can't wait to wear these. I think I'll wear these to like a basketball game or something. You can wear these with skinny pants. You can wear them with like leggings. You can wear them with skirt. You can wear it with big baggy pants. It doesn't matter. They're so cute. Okay, so inside this, you also, so two big dust bags, like good size dust bags. And then they give you white shoelaces. So if you wanted to change it up to have white shoelaces, you can. And there's a little dust bag for the shoelaces. So I think that's so cute when there's a little dust bag for everything. This was the funnest experience ever. If you can get to an Hermès sale, if you're lucky enough to get that invite, go. Book the, I mean, we booked the 3rd day. We still found a lot. I feel like if I would have went the 1st day, I probably would have went ham on shoes. But I like every single thing that I purchased. I was really selective. I also did some research like the day before. I said, you know, the week before, I said, let me look into what I want. Like, I know they don't have leather goods, but they did have belts. So some of the belts were really cute. The belts, they had like the belt with the H logo, but the little rounded H logo. That was really cute. The thing about that was it was like a color that I wouldn't buy regularly. So I was like, you know, I'm not going to do that. We're just not going to do that. And then there was also other belts that were beautiful. So let me give you the little rules about it. So 1 belt per customer. I think there was a max of like 10 scarves. I could be wrong about that because I saw people with more than that. 6 shoes max, and you can only buy 1 Oran and 1 Oasis shoe, so you couldn't buy more than 1. I did try those on and they just aren't comfortable, so I didn't get them. They had a lot of like summer sandals there. What were some other restrictions? All of the clothing was 60% off, which is a good deal. But the clothing, I'm 5'1" and I'm a extra small. The clothing was really large for me. So even if it was a size 34, European size, it was so long for me, or the arms were really long. It just doesn't fit my style. There was a couple of bathing suits. Those were half off, so they would have been like $250. Yeah, I didn't want to go try those on. I think they had an orange. The orange was a pretty sick orange bathing suit. There was a multicolor, a black and a brown. I didn't buy it. They had a lot of silks, a lot of silk tops, a lot of silk cardigans, things like that. And those are really pretty. I wear a lot of black and beige, so they were really bright and bold, which is gorgeous. No restrictions with the jewelry. There was jewelry in cases, and you had to walk through to get that. And what was nice about that is somebody was behind. Oh, I did buy one more thing. Let me grab it. We bought a blanket. Okay, and it's not just one more thing. My husband did buy clothes. I feel like the men's clothes are very neutral. Like they've got a lot of beiges and browns and not so many prints, that he found some really nice clothes there for 60% off, and sweaters, a jacket. Like I think men don't look through the racks as much as women do. So he was able to go through and find like some pieces that were current. Like this looked like current stuff. So I won't show you his. If you want to see his, let me know. Anyways, we did get this blanket. This blanket is so cool. It's like a beach blanket. At first we're like, what is that? Because it's like hard, like a canvas kind of deal. They said it's like a pool blanket. Isn't it cute? It's so adorable. I don't want to okay, here it is. You can see like where it says Hermès. And this is it's a beach blanket, so it's made to resist the sand. This here was $1,600, and it's a banana marine, which is like a yellow blue, and this was half off. So the size dimension, is there a size on here? It doesn't give me a dimension, but this is such a good, beautiful blanket. Look at that. It's like, oh. So anyways, what other restrictions did they have? 2-hour time slot. That's it. You had to go 30 minutes before, you had to wait, and then you have to go through security. They give you your bags and, your shopping bags. I took 2 because I was like, I'm filling these up. They had fitting rooms, which was great. And then they also, at the checkout, there was a long line. They had like roped lines, like you're going into like a basketball game, kind of like that whole roped off thing. And once you were in line, they kind of like made sure that you had you weren't going over your restricted amount of products. So like if you had more than 6 pair of shoes, they're like, you got to put back 1. If you had more than 1 belt, you need to put back 1. So they were doing that kind of like just double checking. And then the process for checking out was super easy. It was like all these little registers, and they just checked you out. All of the purchases that you make at a private sale are not going toward your sales at a Hermès store. So, everybody says like, oh, you're trying to make your quota. That doesn't go for it anyways, but it's not even like you're trying to go for your quota. I think what Hermès does, they just want to make sure that you are not reselling. I highly recommend, if you get that email, to go. It's worth it. It's worth it. We were lucky because we're in the West Coast. We're in California. We're able to go there. There was this one gal. She flew in and then shopped and then flew out, but she missed her flight going home. So I just highly recommend just going and staying the night. I would just not be stressed on getting back to the airport. But people had their luggage there. Like, it was crazy. And there was no parking. You can only Uber there, valet. That's it. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. So thanks so much for watching this video. If you guys want to see more Hermès stuff, I do have a full Hermès beauty haul. I did a whole makeup review, and that's on a previous video that I made. And that's what I have on right now, is all Hermes makeups. I hope you enjoyed this haul, and let me know if you want more.